Initiating startup sequence.
This one, too, is another nature-inspired AMIR design B15. General understandings of other smartphone design layouts are supposed to be vertical. Well, this one is not. Here is a brilliantly designed smartphone that not only complies with the general and specific requirements of a unit, but also here is an opportunity to address and to resolve certain issues which have always been a bother. Also, it is the utilization of other applications that contributes in going through our sophisticated yet complicated life easier and better. Just like its predecessor B9, it is bulged in the center core and tapered around the top and bottom in a way that the cross-section of the unit is oval-shaped as presented here. Other than when engaged in a conversation, all other functions are performed when the unit is held horizontally. Another unique attribute of the smartphone is that it has two separate ear-set assemblies and two sets of microphones, one at each end. As the unit rotates by 90 degrees clockwise here, in the center and on the top is the left side ear-set assembly, mounted in a box, and to its sides is the second microphone set, which is in connection with the right side ear-set assembly. On the top right is the secondary camera, mounted on a square box for the purpose of making video calls possible. Half of the button field is located here. To the left of the secondary camera is the yellow back button. Then is the first red. Further to the left is the pinkish-red QSQC, and lastly is the second green of accessed easily buttons. For the sake of design harmony, all four buttons just mentioned are rectangular and contoured outward. Rotating by 180 degrees counterclockwise brings forth the right side of the unit. In the center and on top is the right side ear-set assembly, and to its sides here is the first microphone set belonging to the previous side. On the top left is a 7-segment linear LED array, which too is placed on a square base for the purpose of visual alerts. The remaining half of the button field is located on this end. To the right of the LED and in yellow is the C button. Then is the first green, and lastly is the second red of accessed easily buttons, whose second task is to function as power on-off button, as it is indicated with the power mark. Below the right-hand side accessed easilies here is FPS assembly, and toward the lower left is the blue semi-transparent EXO button. All four buttons just mentioned are rectangular and contoured outward, just like the left half of the unit. As you have noticed, both ends of the unit is equipped with separate ear-set assembly and a microphone set in a way that whether the unit is held one way or the other in order to conduct a conversation while both ear sets and microphone sets are active, The intelligent electronic system detects and disengages the unused earset assembly, along with the corresponding microphone set at the opposing side. The looks of yellowish-beige merged keypad is inspired from the shape of the unit's crosscut, and that is located nearly in the center and on the lower section of the smartphone's face. The upper half of the smartphone's face is mostly taken by a good-sized multi-touch display. Most of the lowest edge of the unit is occupied by the only loudspeaker allocated to the smartphone. Similar to its predecessors, the unit has thin margins, but at the upper and lower edges. Here is ST switch on the left side of the lower margin. On the left wall here is the headphone plug, the charger PC connector in the center, and then is screen off-on button. At the end corner is the holding band and the first band slot, which has gone through to the following side. Immediately after are volume adjusters, and all the way across is the transparent camera button. Here is the user's second option to have the same holding band at the second band slot, which is also clear through to the right wall. While looking at the same wall, in the middle is lock-unlock switch, and finally is HDMI port. The exterior casing of the smartphone body is made out of a synthetic material which resembles certain exotic wood all around, covered by patterns of such designs, nearly the same realistic feel and touch. The backside of the smartphone is mostly covered by a multi-layer synthetic material resembling a mixture of all colored tree leaves, and over it is the standard main camera assembly that includes the lens shutter, the lids, 2 LED flashes, and a AMIR design logo that sits below.
Initiating shutdown sequence.